Greetings, family. Greetings to every one of us. Hope we are doing great on this wonderful, glorious, blessed, holiest day of the feast of Sukkot. Lest I forget this, sending my greetings to the light, to the choosing of Abba Yazrael. Happy Feast of Tabernacles to the 13 tribes of Yazrael scattered in the four corners of the earth, and also to the chosen Gentiles called by the fiery eternal mighty name of Abba Yehovah Elohim. Yes, hallelujah. Abba simply me Father. Yehovah simply me I am that I am. Elohim simply me Almighty. Rebo Shandayaba. Rebo Sikiyabu Sende. Hallelujah. Today is the first day of the Feast of Tabernacles. Okay, it's a high Shabbat and no work ought to be done. Yes, thank you, Abba Yehovah, for the symbolism and for the mystery you unveil over here, the very one you has already passed into my person to disclose and shield with the sons and the daughters of the kingdom. Thank you, Father, for taking your seat. Thank you, Yahushua HaMashiach, for taking your seat. Thank you, Ruach HaKodesh, the set-apart spirit of Abba Yehovah, for taking your seat. He is our teacher, eternal. Okay? Hallelujah. Thank you, Abba. Yes, you said we should make offering made by fire unto you. And this is how we made offering made by fire unto you, that at the end of the day, all glory will be offered unto you. Hallelujah. Okay, the feast of Sukkot, another form, it is the biblical Messiah's birthday. This is what we know, and this is whom we are dealing with. Not Pork Jesus, not December 25th, that is paganism. This is the biblical Messiah birthday. He was birthed on the first day of this feast, like today, 2,000 years ago. And he was circumcised on the 8th day. That is the great last day, cut of flesh. So today a week will do what the 8 days symbolize also. Abba has been, bringing about this message year after year in different shape. But today he blew me off with another mystery I never thought of at all. That is why we don't. That is why we ought not to stop knowing Abba Yehovah. Because when you thought you have, already seen it, or he will just blow you off again with another mystery. Unbelievable what I saw. All right, now family. With this being said, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yehovah with this powerful message titled for you and me, Sukkot, Feast of Tabernacles, Day 1 through 7, is we living outside Yahuah's kingdom. We are outside his kingdom. We live in a corrupt body, and a corrupt body has no place in his kingdom. It chases us all out. So, like I always love to say, not by sensation, emotional radiation, burning personal, but by the royal loss objective. We want to do this expose once again. This one blew me off. This one break me down. In fact, I don't know what to say. I don't even have enough words to explain what I saw. But I pray Abba Yehovah bless my mouth in order for me to declare it and time also permit. But I'm going to be jumping and rushing. Let's get started. We start with this. Revelation 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth. Okay, let me just take it in normal English. Okay. Blessed is he that read, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So, what is the prophecy? From Genesis to Revelation, this prophecy. Okay, we need to read and keep it. He said, when you do that, you are blessed. So, if you don't do that, you are cursed. Is it that blessing or cursing? There's no other way about it, or no other. Yes, there's no other way, or no other way. Yes. Okay, no problem. Let's drop that. It's just two ways: blessing and cursing. No middle part. So when I say if you keep the prophecies of this book, what prophecies he's talking about? Only in the New Testament. This is why Jesus will roast in the eternal lake of fire. because he said he destroyed this prophecy, that we shouldn't look into it anymore. This is why the hottest place in the link of all will be given to Jesus and all his pastor that is lying. Anyway, there's never no way I can be talking about the truth. I will also touch a little bit on the lies that they use to feed the whole world. There's never no way I will be talking about the biblical Messiah and not talk about the counterfeit, the impersonator, the beast, the liar, which is Jesus Christ from the pit of hell. Now, why cry best known as Leviticus 23, take it from 33, way down to 44, that is the last feast in this very chapter Yahuwah said before, the sons and the daughters of the kingdom. Listen now, 33. And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day, that is today, okay, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto Yahuwah. 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. That's what I'm doing now. No work is a high Shabbat. Ye shall do no several work. There ain't no work, okay? Only to worship Yahuwah. 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation. So on the 8th day will be next week. So we dig more into that mystery. So quickly, let us go. I want to look into the prior to the title 42 now. Ye shall dwell in both 7 days, all that are Yisrael born, and dwell in both. The elect, if you are one, it said, dwell in both. 43. That your generations may know that I, Yahuwah, that I made the children of Israel to dwell in both. When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am Yahuwah, your Elohim. So we see the instruction over there. So now 7 days we need to be, living outside the house. Come out from your comfort zone, come out from your house, and go and be sleeping on the street for 7 days. So what is the mystery? Prophetic symbolism behind this. It is you and I being, living on the street outside Yahuah's kingdom. So Sukkot simply means tabernacles or both. Just build it outside. It means temporary dwelling. This body we are living in is temporary dwelling. So this is the symbolism, or this is the prophetic meaning behind the 7 days feast of Sukkot. You sleeping on the street. This is what it is. And that was why the biblical Messiah was birthed on the very first day today, 2,000 years ago. It was birthed. And on the 8 days, the last great day, he cut off flesh. That's what I want to see next week. Okay, you can see Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 39. That is it. He was also being placed in the Sukkot. This is, you see Sukkot? Yes, he was also being placed also in Sukkot. Yeah, because he came to also be our brethren, father, uncle, to redeem us. He also went through, also living outside 7 days. On the 8th day, we enter house when the flesh needs to be removed. But today, we want to focus on the 7 days, like the title, goes, that we live in as a Yahuah's kingdom and living in the kingdom of darkness prior to the corrupt body nature you and I carry, perverted in Genesis 3. Perversion is the kingdom. That is the very one we are living in. Sin is a kingdom, the very one we are living in. Now let's go back. Or rather, let's go to the beginning. I need to quote this, but I was not really going to say another Sukkot over there, Genesis 33:17, where Jacob, our forefather, built Sukkot for his, sheep, whatever. Okay. So this is how we are blessed, because we kept the prophecy therein. The prophecy given unto you and I, the symbolism, we keeping it, we're reading it. You see, I'm reading it, I'm blessed. Keeping it as well, I'm blessed. I didn't work today. I'm not working today, of course not. The last day, I'm not working. That's how I kept it. In anticipation, celebrating it in anticipation, okay, before Yahushua comes. Right now, this is where everything turned upside down. Genesis 3:23-24. Therefore Yahuwah sent him forth from the garden. Yahuwah spared him. Therefore Yahuwah sent him forth from the garden of Eden to the ground from whence he was taken. Go and face that hard, difficult life. It is a deity. 24. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden of Eden cherubims. Cherubims means covering edge, okay? And a flaming sword, which is the word of Yahuwah, which turned everywhere Even though we are being chased out, but his word still guides us everywhere. I mean, the elect, not the pork-eating people. To keep the way of the tree of life. That is to keep his intention, to keep that we hear to keep that which he has already destined for the sons and the daughters of the kingdom, to to keep guiding us. That which is Yahushua, the tree of life. He is the covering angel. He covers you and I. This is how he is doing it, and to lead us in every way. Despite that we are being sent out, but he did not leave us without a help. He's still here with us. But we are not in his kingdom. We are in another deity's kingdom. The hard, difficult life. That is why Abba Yahuwah say, for you to earn salvation, come, you're going to work. You're going to work. He gave it freely, but we couldn't cherish it. We just messed it up. We turned it upside and said, this time, go and till the ground. Okay? Just go outside. This is where he knocked every one of us outside. This is the fall of man. Okay? So right now, from this very moment, day one started counted. 7 days of the Feast of Tabernacle. This is where the day one started. Day one is 1,000 year. A day as 1,000, 1,000 as a day. We have it. This is where the 1,000 day one started. Started counting from the very moment he chased us out. And remember, we are the Adam's prosperity. Excuse me, prosperity. Posterity. So we share from that fallen nation. Of course, you have corrupt nation. Are you a sinner? Do you sin? But we sin, but we don't glory in sin. That's it. I'm not angel. That is the corrupt nature. Started from here. Daniel 24, excuse me. No. Daniel chapter 9, verses 24. 7 days living outside the kingdom of Abba Yahuwah. And in these 7 days, don't get it twisted, we live in a kingdom, but a perverted kingdom. The kingdom of iniquity, the kingdom of feces. Listen, Allah is the leader of this kingdom, and Jesus is also the leader of this very evil kingdom. Daniel chapter 9, verses 24. 70 weeks are determined that there comes again the 7, where iniquity is already been given a right hand fellowship to just pour out your madness. But at the end of 7, it's over. 70 weeks are determined. I'm after the 7, okay? The timing, remove the O, just focus on the 7. Are determined upon thy people. Abba Yahuwah said it already. And upon thy holy city to finish their transgression. Did you just get to finish their transgression? What is transgression? Breaking the royal law. And to make an end of sins. What is sin? Breaking the royal law. And to make reconciliation for iniquity. And to bring in everlasting righteousness. And to seal up the visions and prophecy. And to anoint the most holy place. Listen. Your most holy place is your memory, your head. That is where the throne of Abba Yahuwah is. That was why Yahushua said, the kingdom is in you. And this is how the kingdom is in us. When we talk about in anticipation, talk about the kingdom of Abba Yahuwah in anticipation, in reflection, keeping the prophecy, reading it and keeping it, and being a dweller of the prophecy. Yes, this is how the kingdom lives in you. And when are you going to see the surface of the kingdom? How are you going to see that? The last end of it all. The end of 7th. You proceed now into the 8th, which stood for eternity. And then everything is going to be renewed, renovating you. That is the glorified body we speaks of. So what are we saying? Yes, Abba Yahuwah gave a whole 7,000 years to the fallen deities to pervert the whole world. To work, because I want to make myself like the most. Abba Yahuwah says, okay, have it. That is the judgment of abandonment. So that is why we live on the street. In the feast of Sukkot, 7 whole days, we are outside. But at the end of the 7th, preceding into the 8th, sundown 7th, not sundown 6 o'clock, actually, then we enter into the day 8th. That is a Wednesday. Let me use your language. Should be called a 4th day of the week. Now, Wednesday 6 o'clock, we enter into the 8th day, the last great day, where all flesh will be removed, where a glorified body will be given unto you that read the prophecy and keep what is inside that prophecy. This is how we read, and this is how we keep it. In confirmation of whose kingdom are we living in? The very one our flesh carry. Listen now. Luke chapter 4, verses 5 to 7. And the devil, we are living in the kingdom of devil and serpent, okay? And the devil taking him up into an high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of this world in a moment of a time. Listen now. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them. For that is delivered unto me. Who gave it unto you? When Adam allowed him to come out, seduce the woman, fearful Abba Yahweh gave it unto him. Gave him the key for 7,000 years to reign. That's why the beast has 7 heads and the dragon has 7 heads. But the 6th head is what we are still dealing with now. We are about to enter the 7th head, which is the very last kingdom of it all. And the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. If thou therefore would worship me, all this will be done. I will give it to you because it's mine. So whose kingdom? Who is the owner of the kingdom? Is the devil. Said all the kingdoms of this world belongs to me. Yes, because Abba Yahweh has already determined 70 weeks. After the 7, which is the 7,000 years, 7 days Sukkot on the street, for iniquity to display his wickedness. That is why he knew it right, the devil, and the same he knew it right. He said he's mad. And if you worship me, because he's also looking for worship. We as a human, we are being created and molded, built to worship a deity. And here, our enemy, the opposer, is also asking for his worship. In another words, yes, he's being worshipped from day 1, the very moment we've been chased out, till the very 7th day of the Feast of Sukkot, which is the 7,000 years of human existence. So by then, his worship will be ceased. When the sun is down, which is 6 o'clock, we proceed into the 8 days. So all his worship nonsense will stop. Abba Yahweh will get the kingdom back again. So he said he's the owner of the kingdom of this. So he built all of them, civil rulers, Christianity, Islam, what they call the worldly king, the traditional ruler, all of them. Abba Yahweh is only 8%. And he said that one is inside of us. He said, for the kingdom of Yahweh is in you. And if the kingdom of Yahweh lives in us, so another kingdom of a deity also lives in some people, and they are the majority. Revelation 2, you're going to see the dragon with 7 heads. Revelation 11, that same Revelation 2, you're going to see the last 7 to go, which is the Great Tribulation, is 7 years, okay? Revelation 11, you're going to see there are 7 years, which is the last head to go, the last head of the dragon, and the last head of the beast. When you also go to Revelation 31, you're also going to see that the beast also has 7 heads. Head simply means authority, your leaders. So all the leaders represent day 1, day 2, day 3. They have been reigning until the last. So we are proceeding into the very last head to go, which is the last day. No, excuse me, which is, the 7th day, not the last day. The 7th day is their 7,000, is their 7 head. Okay, is the 7,000 reign of man, and is the the last 7, or rather the 7 head of the beast and the dragon, and the very end of it all. And they're going to terrorize the whole world for 7 years. But 3.5 years, the Great Tribulation. The tribulation starts for 7 years, but in the midst of it is the worst. So what are we saying? Meaning every one of us is living outside Yahuah's kingdom. And whose kingdom are we living now? The kingdom of the beast, which is Jesus and his kind, and the kingdom of the dragon, which is Allah the serpent. Genesis 3, it begins from there. Okay, yes, it begins from there. This is the symbolism of the Feast of Tabernacles, living on the street 7 straight days. Now let's dig a little bit deeper. Proverbs chapter 6, the 7 demons, okay? Proverbs chapter that are responsible on each day of the Feast of Sukkot. A day as 1,000 years. 1,000 years as a day. Listen now, Proverbs chapter 6, 16 to 19. These 6 things doeth Yahuah's hate. He said, for this one, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, all their dealings, all their kingdoms, practicing. I hate that one, okay? But the 7th isn't so. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto me. He said, but the 7th one, I did not just hate. It's the strong one. It's the most, disgusting one. This one, I hate. So now, what is this 7th? I'm going to be reading it one by one. Let's check out the 6th spirit. Demons, leaders, head. The head of dragon is 7. The head of beast is 7. This is what they are pouring upon the whole world. Listen now. Number 1. 17 now. A pride look. Come on now. When you read the Ezekiel 28 or so, Abba Yahweh said, because of your beauty, because of your brightness, brightness, excuse me, the fallen cherubims. He said, because of your brightness, your heart now pump up. You will not filled with pride. And so you can do, what is pride? Pride simply means you elevate yourself above others. You see yourself on top and say, I can do it better than this. And this is what these seraphims, no, excuse me, these cherubims did. Cherubim simply means cover angel. He is also called Lucifer, like kind of a messiah. Lucifer simply means light bringer. He was supposed to be the light bringer of the whole world, but he messed up. He thought he's going to do it better than Abayewa, that the destruction of Abayewa is not good enough. I'm going to do it. But that's what pride does. That was why Yahushua said, pride, Proverbs also said, pride good before falling. At the moment you begin to pride in your heart, it means falling. And that was why this cherubim was cast out of heaven. They fell, eternal falling. Okay, you can also see that in Isaiah chapter 14. Say, how are you falling from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the whatever money, bright money, whatever star. Yeah, he fell. He fell. That is Jesus today. He's still doing it. He's still a light of some people, but it's darkness, no light over there. Let's go to the second Demos. And hands that shed innocent blood. Come on now. Where did that begins? We start that. We see that in Genesis chapter 4. Abel was innocent. In his purity, want to worship Yahuwah. What did Cain do? They say the same. He just murdered him. And they are still killing righteous Abel today. How are you killing? Necessarily, not only physically. You have killed us spiritually. You have killed us from our simplicity. In fact, the simplicity of the royal law. You couldn't just leave us, Lord, to do what our Abba does. You now begin to feed us with pork and feces from the pit of hell. This message, I will come back again to it, okay? But I want to put it just the way Abba Yahuwah give it to me. I want to break it to it, okay? So no more room to really liberate and deliberate on it. So you have killed us. When you go to Revelation 17, he said this great harlot not shed the blood of the saints. You feeding us with food of idol. You are sharing our blood. You are just killing us spiritually. So that is the second devil. 18 now. And heart that devise wicked imagination. Come on now. Heart is the foundation of everything. Yahushua said, out of the abundance of the earth, heart, the mouth speak. Everything comes from the heart. You want to be this is the heart. He said, Lucifer, come over here. For you are said in your heart, I will ascend. I will be this. I will be worshipped. I will set myself. I will build my throne, above that of the Most High, and I will be like the Most High. In your heart, that's where the whole wickedness begins. Now, Psalm 14, the wicked say, the fool says in their heart, there is no one like Yahuwah, and the whole world is full. And they are saying that, because if you say there is Yahuwah, you better read the prophecy and keep that prophecy and live for him. So this is the spirit. But these are all deities. That's what I'm saying. Now he also goes to Genesis chapter 6. What make Abba Yahuwah to destroy the whole world? He said when he look at the heart of man, the son of man, he said nothing in their heart. He said every imagination of their heart is full of darkness, wickedness. That was why he brought judgment. Remember, it's his son. Yahushua said his second coming is like the days of Noah to finish the whole world. That is the 8 days to start with only 8 people cut of flesh. Now we goes to the another devil. Feet that is swift in running to do evil. Come on now. He said these are the things. This one he hate to. You will see the one that is abomination unto him. He said the feet that just share evil. You run quick. You do evil. Who is evil is a deity. Again, Genesis 3, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And when you want to rule, what is fit is to rule. You can see Daniel chapter 11, verses 3. It said when the king of the north comes, he's going to stand there and rule. It means ruling. That was why Jacob hold the feet of Esau. You can't rule over me. It simply means ruling. And that was why Abba also enabled the seed of serpent, to carry out some works, on earth, because it is their father ruling. Now he said the seed of serpent is going to bite the heel of the seed of the woman. So he's going to attack his heel, to rule. Indeed, Christian is doing that. Indeed, Islam is doing that. Indeed, the civil rulers are. Indeed, traditional rulers. Indeed, all these worldly king. Indeed, all these pagan, they are all doing it. But yet, Abba Yahuwah, I just hate this one. So let's take put some more. These are the 7 wicked spirits that is really for these 7 days of Sukkot, which represents 7,000 years. Now we go for one. A false witness that speaketh lies. Oh, should I? It's like I don't. No. I left some out. In verses 17, lying tongue. Ah, devil. Ah, what bear you are, Jesus. Yeah, what's my tongue that strike Jesus? Yeah, what's my tongue? So we return back to verse 17. I left one important demon. Okay, this one is serious. We have already seen the pride look. A lying tongue. Oh, what are you saying? This is the second demon, lies. Now, John 8, verse 44, what did Messiah says? When the Pharisees thought that Abraham was their father, Yahushua now said, come over, let me point you to your own father. He is not your father. You are of your father, the devil. He point them back to their father. He said, the lust of your father you will do. So his father has a lust in his heart. So how is he going to acquire this lust? To lie. He said, when your father went to lie, he don't have the ability to tell the truth. He will just enter into his native language. What is native language? Your origin. The cause of their fall is lust. The lust after power. Now, when they want to tell that lie, they still go back to carry out their ambition, their strong ambition. That is their lust. He said, now, for he is a liar and the father of all liars, all his children. I think Psalm 51, Psalm 58, verses 3, 4, 5 said, the wicked is being entangled right from the womb. As soon as they are being born, they just go astray and tell lies. That is their assignment. Now, a lie is a deity. He is a father. He has children. He also has kingdom. And all his children, they are telling lies. Just pumping lies everywhere. Which again, Yahuwah hates. They are all here. We still go now to the second to the last. The sixth demon now. 19. A false witness that speaketh lies on other. Okay, a false witness that pour out lies. Christian, you say Messiah died on Friday. 3 o'clock, he resurrect Sunday early morning. That is false witness. You are lying against him. Yahuah's said, they don't send all these prophets. You see all their prophecy now sent. TB Joshua, March 27, coronavirus will disappear if we are planning for the second quarantine. Yahuah said, I never said. You see all this karakaga, go. Jesus say all this now sent. Very first testimony for the royal law. They said their mouth, when they open mouth, is to pour out lies. Is to pour out lies. Now, our Apostle chapter 1 verses 8, Yahushua said, when the Ruach HaKodesh come upon you, you're going to bear me witness in Jerusalem, in Judea, and unto the uttermost part of the whole world. He said we should bear his testimony. We should bear him witness that this is the biblical Messiah. Christians said, no way. It is the golden calf. It is the pork from the pit of earth called Jesus Jesus. The very first testimony in this group, he said when they open their mouth, it's filled with lies. And not only that, the politicians, they are all liars. They will promise they can't do. They lie. These are all deities. That's what we are speaking of. These are the children of the father that is a liar. And all his children, they are all liars. And they would lust of their father to lie, to deceive. That's what they would do. Now we'll go for the last one. These are all the seven spirits that are resident in every 1,000 years. They are all ruling together, but one more lie to go. Listen now. And he that soweth discord among brethren. This is the one Yahuwah hates. He said this one, every 6 I just hate, but this one, he makes abomination. Now, what is the greatest abomination in the royal law? First of all, let me break it down. Now, this I don't want to do too. I will just put it out. Listen now. Oh no. Yahuwah, help your daughter. Help your lovely daughter to pass it out. Listen now. The biblical Messiah is our brethren. Is our uncle according to the law of redemption. Leviticus 25, you can go and read it. If we lost our kingdom, we lost our property, we sold ourselves unto a slave, which is Adam. He did that. He lost his property to the devil. Okay. He now turned himself into slavery, sold himself unto the devil, the very kingdom we are living today. Therefore, he said the one that is going to redeem him from this, it is either his uncle, kinsman, or brother. And Hebrews said Yahushua was not ashamed to become our brother. He took up the form of flesh and blood and that became our brother in order for him to redeem us. Now, it said, you that sow a seed of discord among the brethren. Yahushua laid a very pure and sound foundation of salvation down. And the brethren continue, all his apostles continue in his sound doctrine. And they also tell us and warned us beforehand that we shouldn't accept another spirit, another gospel, or another Messiah. Okay? Not to deceive us like the way they deceived the first woman. Okay? Now, that is what this Christian, though, is serving for. They came to sow a seed of discord. So we were just living harmoniously, okay, with the teachings of our Messiah, keeping the Shabbat and doing all this, and the teachings of our brethren, all the apostles. Christians not just came in. Let's put stop to that and say, now it is the day of song. We need to worship sun. We need to do this. Christmas, January 1st, Easter, nonsense. You want this salvation? You need to pay money. So see that to bribe God. Yes, you need this. Oh, come on, bribe God. They sell everything. This is how they sow a seed of discord. If they want to rob, they go to the law. If you ask them to keep the law, they will say no. Jesus destroys his head. Now, listen, what is the greatest abomination in the royal law? It is sun worshiping. Ezekiel chapter 8, verses 15 to 16. Go and read it. He said they not turn their 25 men, turn their back to the temple of Abba Yahuwah, and they not give their face to the east and worship the sun. It is the greatest abomination according to the list of abominations. Sun worship is the greatest. Who worship fallen deities. When I return back to this message, I will put a lot of scriptures in it. How the sun raised them. So that's why they are worshiping sun. Remember, Sunday is also eternity, the 8 days. It means working time with fire. No rest. It's the first day. It's the 8 days. That's it. So the final seed of discord is Islam. To worship Allah on Friday. That is the great tribulation. They are the last head to go. They are the last head of the dragon to go. To convert the whole world to Islam. Genesis 16, I think verses 10, 11 said, the hand of Ishmael is going to be against all nations. And all nations' hand is also going to be against him. And when they ask you to convert to Allah Islam, and you refuse, they will fight you and chop off your head. That's it. So the seed of discourse is to scatter one's sweet relationship, one sweet fellowship, one sweet faith. And people that is running one race, have one faith, have one fellowship, and have one goal. You will just come and you just scatter the days. How they scatter us, the fallen deities from the presence of Yahuwah, and they begin to bring us into all kinds of nonsense. Keep this, keep that. This one is the way. The other one is the way. No. It is Allah. It is Jesus. It is Torah wood. You remove us from the real thing, and you not usher us in nonsense. So that is the last 7 to go. That is why it is an abomination. So now when you read the Revelation, okay, I'm going to be reading here. Revelation 17. You see how they scatter us? Many people don't know this on this feast. Messiah is Messiah's birthday. They don't know, but they know Christmas. This is how you scatter us. So the seed of discord lies among us just to scatter us. Revelation 75. And upon our forehead was a name. Okay. And upon our forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Christianity and Islam, they are one. It is Antiochus Epiphany. If you have in first book of Maccabees, you can also, maybe we're going to read it in the next week, the great last day. We want to read it, okay? Because it was the Feast of Tabernacles we wanted to celebrate when the Grecians, the Goat Empire, came in and took away the daily sacrifice. So when we're also celebrating the Feast of Hanukkah, it is the Feast of Tabernacle we are celebrating. Okay, so we'll do that next week. Now, you see, says she's the abominations of the whole world. She's a mother. Okay, she have children, and they are all prostitutes. Come on now. It says it's the abominations of the whole earth. So what is Mecca called? Mother of all settlement. Did you get that? Mother of all settlement. That is, there is a thing that has a race, but the mother to finish that race, that origin, it is Islam. That is their last head to go. No, in Genesis 3, we see someone share fatherhood with Father Adam. Serpent did that. He said, the seed of serpent, we see he has children. He shared fatherhood with Adam in this world. But the woman, she is the mother of all living. That is the name of Shawa, the one they call Eve. That is what it means, mother of all living. Yes, because she helped her. She brought about the destruction in this kingdom. So, okay, let's see that picture now. It's Kontane, now Kotane, Kotane. You know, Maria Magdala is the biblical Messiah, is the biblical Messiah's wife. I keep saying it. That's my vision. Luke chapter 8 verses 2. This demon resident, all this wicked seven spirit resident in her, because she was a powerful woman of Yahuwah, and Satan always run after what is good. Verses 2. And a certain woman which had been healed of evil spirit, okay, evil spirits, infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom went seven devils. These are the seven devils that endure one person. And they are all wicked spirits. They are all legions of demons. They are all wicked. They are all leaders. Okay, they are all leaders. Listen, I say evil spirit. Who is evil? Is a deity again. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil is their father. Okay, now infirmity. Where do we get that infirmity? Right in Genesis 3, blood strike of Abiyahuah struck us. Then we now begin to get that infirmity until the end of it is not good. But when we enter the day 8, all this blood will stop. Red blood is not Yahuah's blood. This is the blood that will not inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. Say for flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. This is the blood, the red blood. Red simply means sin. Red simply means it's a curse, because that is the infirmity about Yahuwah. You know, he threw upon the woman because you did evil by helping the serpent. Okay, that is the infirmity. When woman is seeing blood, she is unclean. And sin simply means blood. The red dragon, they are red, sin. The red beast, they are red, sin. Esau is red, everything red, red. And the red flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahuwah. The color of the blood of Yahuwah, it is blue. That is royalty. And we also get that testimonial from these tutorials. That vein, that thing we are seeing our vein like a green blood. No, it's blue. And there, in fact, inside our loins, the tutorials have it. We have blue blood, but they call it desogenated blood. Yeah, because it's not working for now. But when we enter day 8, that one takes over. And the red blood will go into the link of fire, because it means sin. It's a cost. Okay? It's not serving for life. No. Rather, it's serving for this temporary, for 7,000 years. We see the biblical Messiah cast out that 7 devils. So each 1,000 years is destroying their heads. Each 1,000 years destroy their head. The 6th head is what is going to crush now. Then it will usher in the 7th head. After the 7th head is over, we enter eternity. Robo Shandayaba. We'll see that next week. I'm not going to be ready here. It's called Tane now. I'm sorry about that, but I'm coming right back. It's my new vision as well. Luke chapter 20, verses 27 to 36 is so lovely. When the Pharisees came to ask Yahushua, a brother, a woman married 7 brothers. 7 brothers. All keep dying one after the other. All keep dying one after the other. The angel of death, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the destroyer, now begins to kill her husband. The one he killed, second he killed, third he killed, fourth he killed, fifth he killed, the 6th he killed, the 7th husband he also killed. Now what are you going to call that woman? Wormwood. What are you going to name her? Rivers of Mara. What are you going to name her? Bad head. You're going to be calling her all kinds of names. She lived a terrible and a sorrowful life. Now the Pharisees now said, come now, since she's married to all 7 brothers, now on the resurrection, whose wife is she going to be? Since all of them married to her. Then Yahushua now said, you are in error. How dare you? Without no more pains because Yahushua is the 8th husband. You can't kill the 8th husband. No more pain. When we come to the 8th husband, no more sorrow. It is love. It is peace. It is a new state of it all. Complete new state of her. She's not angel. She will not witness that kind of pain anymore. It is on the 8th. We all grow in this filthy body we live so. But on the 8th, we're going to live in paradise once again. No more pains. Revelation 21. No more tears. No more death. No more sorrow. That's what that woman went through. Okay, 7 whole husbands because of the sins of her mother, Shawa, the mother of all living. And we also get this picture. This Jesus is crazy. Jesus, oh, I mean, man, Yahuah's Martini. But you bind him already. You can also read Numbers 12, 10 to 15. Maria also suffered being cast out of the camp, and she now stay outside for a whole 7 days because now she is unclean. That is woman. That is woman. But until she comes in, the camp never move a feet. Until she enters, the camp never move a feet. So she was outside because now she have leprosy. So you are unclean because you speak against Yahuah's anointed. And the woman, Shawah, whom you call Eve, did wickedness. After you have taken that wickedness from Satan, you now give it to the anointed of Yahuah Adam. Therefore, you need to be on the street. All together, we are all on the street 7 days. But the woman caused about that. But as soon as the woman entered, the camps keep moving on. So we see that next Shabbat, okay? And not next Shabbat. Here is a high Shabbat. Next week, 5th day of the week, whom you call Thursday. You see how cleanliness made the camp to staggered, put them in a situation of stagnation, limitation, just be in one place. Okay, Mariam is the perfect picture for that. She lived outside the camp for a whole 7 days because she is unclean. I only have about 7 minutes, to talk. So let me just be calling the scripture like I always love to say. I will do it again when I start doing live video. The book of Tobit, chapter 3, verses 7 to 10. We also see this pains again in another powerful woman of Yahuwah, whom the first woman, Shawah, okay, our mother also brought pains unto, because it is a sin we all is going through. Now she also married to 7 husbands, and there is a demon called Asmodeus. Asmodeus is another name for the serpent, Allah. Okay, keep killing her husband, all till 7 men. But the 8th that he never touched, it represents pains is over. After you have destroyed the 7, that is the 7,000 reign of pains, okay? But the 7,000 is the end of it all. Now, Jonah chapter 4, verses 5 to 8. We also see Jonah also experienced that, Sukkot, living in a bamboo house. It's temporary dwelling. It's just a tent. Abayewa, when he was discomforted, Abayewa built a shelter to cover him, and he was rejoicing. Afterwards, Abayewa destroyed that shelter. He was so discomforted. He said, I want to die. I just want to die. I don't want to live anymore. Yes, in this situation, we are facing for this 7,000 years. We all grown. We are all in pain. We are all feeling sorrowful. Okay, this one attack you here, the other one attack you here. Yes, sometimes you feel like dying. Yes, it is the situation, present situation we are living. And woman ushers us into these pains. So that is why when she come in, the door will be shut. We also see 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 12 to 15. He also said, he living in the body is a tent, but he desired to depart out of the body to go and be with Yahuwah. That is the 8 days. Okay, it pains me that I couldn't read this. In like manner, 2 Corinthians 5, 1 to 10. There's no room to read it. So many mystery over here. So we'll read it next week. First book of Maccabees is over there. 2 Corinthians 5, 1 to 10. Just few parts. For we know that if our early house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Yahuwah, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. So we will also use here. Okay. That's the one we are proceeding to after the 7 days. For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed with upon our house, which is from heaven. That is the glorified body. If so be that being clothed, we shall not be found naked. Where do we first naked? Genesis 3. Who stripped us naked? It is the fallen seraphims. And what is nakedness? Exposed to destruction. Embrace the rules of a baby. I think I'm going to be stopping this over here in order to put in other ones. Quickly, let me read 4. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, be burdened, not for that we won't be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life. I leave it over here. Romans chapter 8, 21 to 23. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahuwah. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have their first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves, grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption to wait the redemption of our body. So this body cannot see Yahuwah. This is the flesh and blood. You can't go until Yahuwah remade and reform us and put in his blood. I saw him pour blue blood on me, and I saw this vision. I will narrate this vision in the other video. It was seven, AK-47, like this is, pointed all at me and to kill me. But I will finish the vision because no room for it here. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, 53, 50 to 53, we see the glorified body will put out this filthy body, they polluted. Now, the book of Adam chapter 4, you go and read it, where we are living now, it is the cave of treasure. Cave of treasure. Abba Yahuwah is still hiding us away from the rays of the serpent. But when Abba Yahuwah also put them in this cave of treasure, serpent always good. Sometimes we set it ablaze. We all put fire. Sometimes we just plant, we make it wilderness. When you also goes to Isaiah 14, verses 90, he said, this is the serpent of 17 that make the whole world a wilderness. Oh no, no room to read it. Matthew 13:44. That was why Messiah said, the treasure is hiding away. The real actual people of the book is hiding away. They don't even know them. Revelation 12 verses 6, it said, to a place prepared for her to fly. The woman run into the wilderness. The place Abba Yahuwah prepared for her. I think I'm going to explore this in part 2. I will do my best because here is very important. These 3 scriptures. This is the first book of Adam and Shawa. I want to read just verses 1. Okay. So for Yahuwah command Adam, okay, the crystal sea. Yahuwah commands Adam expelled from Eden to dwell in the cave of treasures. Okay, in order to hide us from the torment of serpent, but serpent still search for us. Here is the cave of treasures. Revelation 12:6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of Yahuwah, that they should feed her there 1,200 and whatever. That is the last 7 to go, the last 7 years to go. But this one is for Islam. They are the one to rule for this last head. We are just done for now, Next week we'll continue. Okay. Thank you, Abba. Bless your holy mighty name. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So in Matthew 13:44, that's where Yahushua also speaks about the true people of the book is hiding away because the torture is so much. Only few people is keeping it. Only few people, those are the elite. If the Abba Yahuwah shoot us out now, simple is going to tear us apart. To make it simple, he hide us in this world. The trash, the